Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to be looking at the Benchmade Mini Griptilian. This guy's price range is just about $125. This is the smaller version of the Griptilian. I do not have a regular size Griptilian to show you a size comparison with. This is the standard Benchmade clip, so if you have other Benchmades, then that might be able to give you some kind of reference for how big this knife is. Its overall length is 6.78 inches. Which is pretty small, but that's what it's designed to be. The Griptilian is a bigger knife, thus the Mini Griptilian is on the smaller side. There's not really a in-between. You can see it has a reversible two-way clip. I have the regular clip on here, like I said, not deep carry, just because it's a small knife. I really don't need to deep carry it. Really nice G10. Good texturing just around like where the base, the majority of your fingers would be when you're holding the knife. It's got really nice jimping too, some on the base of the blade as well as the top of the handle with the liners, as well as in the finger choil at the base of the handle where your pinky would go and on the back where it rests against the back of your hand. It's a very compact knife. I enjoy it a lot. You can see Benchmade's axis lock, very smooth. I guess it runs on washers. I'm not really sure. There's no way it'd run on bearings, so that would just be too much for a production knife that is produced on the scale that this is. Let's see, I think that was a 154. Yeah, 154 cm blade. This one is painted black in the drop point, partially serrated. You can get this in Tanto, and a sheep's foot blade too, which I have but do not have on me. Sheep's foot blade has a spidey hole instead of a thumb stud, which is pretty nice. But again, the axis lock makes things very easy if you didn't want to use the thumb studs or the other conventional opening mechanisms. Like I said, this overall length of just around 6.8 inches. So let's pull out some other knives to do a comparison with. We got the Delica 4, which is a little bit bigger. We have Microtech Ultratech, much bigger. Let's see what else we got. We can do a CRKT M16, a little bit bigger, not by much. And we can do a Microtech Stitch, again, a lot bigger. So blade length is just under 3 inches, 2.91, with the handle length of 3.87. Thickness just over ½ an inch. And now that I am reading my little chart, it sees that this is a polymer handle, not G10, which is surprising because this is very G10-esque, but nonetheless, great little knife, very lightweight with a weight of being 2.56 ounces, so not only is it going to be small in your pocket, it's going to be light. What else do we have? Tip up carry only. It's not a four-way reversible like some Spydercos or other knives. Yeah, I really like this knife. I'm not sure. I don't remember the reason why we have two of them, but not gonna complain about that because these are great little knives to have if you're ever in a situation where someone needs to borrow a knife. Here you go. It's fairly inexpensive, easy to get, a lot of variations between them. I think I took this guy into Ocean on accident back when I was younger, not realizing what would happen, and it got pretty gunked up with rust, but we took it apart, oiled it, cleaned it, and it's, it's like new. So, durable, it's good. The blade did not corrode at all. I'm not sure if that's a property of 154 cm or if we just got lucky, or it might have something to do with the painted coat, actually. That would make more sense, but yeah. I'm usually not a fan of small knives, but for a small knife, this is where it's at. I really like this guy. He does sit pretty far up in my hand. As you can see, it's not, my pinky's not even touching it really. That's because just I'm holding it a little higher, but if you needed to hold it like a, you got you're cutting a zip tie or something, you're gonna have a firmer grip on it than you would if you're doing like a little box opener or something. But yeah, love this knife for the 126 retail, but the basically $100 price on Blade HQ. It's definitely worth it. So Christmas is coming up. You don't know what to get your husband, boyfriend, son, other relative, or female. They do make these in pink handles and blue, but I don't know how easy they are to find these days. But yeah, this would make a great gift. Lasts a long time. So this is one of the reasons I love knives. You can spend, people say, oh, you spend $200, $300 on a knife. Why? What's the reason? Well, people spend money on other stuff all the time. It's just the same amount, but this is gonna last you a lot longer. You could pay $300 for a concert one night. This thing will probably last you a lifetime for a third of the price, but I'm not saying that concerts are not worth the money. I'm just trying to make the point that no matter how much you spend on a knife, it's gonna not only hold physical value, but like take my CRKT for instance here. This was the first real knife that I ever got, and I would never get rid of it now just because it has too much sentimental value, even though it's really not worth a whole lot. It's pretty banged up. Could use a good cleaning and oiling, but yeah, the pivot's loose too, and that's great. But anyway, yeah. So knives have more than just physical value, which a lot of people don't really appreciate. But oh well, those of you that are watching this video more than likely do. So sorry about my little tangent, but yeah, this has been the Benchmade Mini Griptilian.